for football here on the East Coast, always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Baltimore.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Jackson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35. Couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Partner, you know when we call it a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Washington 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
first and 10. McDonald. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. McDonald. This one caught by Isabella.
Let's get that
touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, we dominate today.
His fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
First down.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. 7-7, our score after one.
Tied 7-7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3 zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's McDonald. Open man, Butler complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is McDonald. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. McDonald sets to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go play action with McDonald. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Out of the gun, McDonald. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Open man here. Sims complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
29-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that one will fall incomplete.
On the keeper.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They
face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. To throw again is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson will throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, McDonald. Flushed out right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have broken the tie. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
To throw on second down, McDonald. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good.
That ties the game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald. And his throw here's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. That ball complete to Isabella. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here with McFarland. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Again, McFarland. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Anthony McFarland, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're going to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ravens 24.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
31. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
From 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, McDonald. That's complete to Butler. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
At the 39-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, McDonald. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, McDonald flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Anthony McFarland with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next is Washington 38, Ravens 31.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 31, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raven.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is uh-oh. He's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
At least with both of those talents on display here today, we just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. He's back to throw, sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Terry McLaurin, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Butler. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. This is Butler making the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they have regained the lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Washington, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.